Yeah.
So for everybody that is rewatching this, we are at Flux in Norristown, Drone Interest Day. We have the goddess of drones, Sherry Williams, who is here. Patrice, I don't know how you want me to introduce where you're from. You just like a passerby that Zoom bombed us, or what?
I currently work at the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit in the realm of STEM, so we're very excited to be working here too.
And she's the brains behind this operation. This is all her idea. And Ryan Anthony with Flux is going to give us a tour of the space and show us why we should work out of this headquarters, this Star Command base. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, how's it going? My name is Ryan Anthony, and again, as Nefertiti said, I'm here at Flux, which is awesome. It's a STEAM Experience Center. I'm located in Norristown, PA. A lot of cool stuff happening and going on. So I think we're gonna walk around and check it out and kind of show you what we're up to. So this was an initiative made by a parent company, Corbin Inc. And the president, Bill Corbett, wanted to have a facility where a lot of forward thinking happened and more industry meets education. And what we want to do here is help educators and organizations understand the future of learning and what innovative programs and practices and things like that are out there that schools can kind of get inspired about redesigning a space, implementing new programs, new curriculum, and just having fun and trying to figure out new ways that students can be engaged in STEM and maybe prepare for careers or try to explore some of their interests to see where that lands them. So here at Flux, we look for anything unique and cool that we know is going to bring unique learning opportunities for students, whether it be, in-class hydroponics, fabrication equipment like 3D printers, laser cutters, CNC routers, and then also really cool drone programs like what we're going to hear about later. So we'll love to walk you guys around and check out the facility. Cool? This is like the old school MTV Cribs. Yeah. So we're actually in the makerspace right now, and we're actually putting together some STEAM challenges. So I've got like 2 camera views. STEAM challenges. So this is our makerspace area. We're going to be filming some pretty cool STEAM experiences for educators to do at home. So I'm going to give you a slow turn right now. Some of the fabrication equipment, that's a big laser cutter. There's Nefertiti. It's just kind of a lab where kids can kind of explore and tinker and kind of play around with some of the fabrication equipment. So got some new 3D printers on their way. And over there we have some more laser cutters, a small 3D printer. And the idea is that this is just kind of a tinkering lab for students to come in and explore. So we know a lot of schools are trying to figure out what a STEAM lab is or what a makerspace lab is. So our goal is to fill this with all equipment, explore different programs and procedures and different initiatives that schools can undergo to kind of create some stuff. So we have cool partnerships, one with like SAM Labs. So we have some of their equipment. We kind of put it away a little bit so it didn't get damaged through the move and through the filming. But in about a couple weeks, this will be filled. There's some of the equipment over there we kind of stored away. But in a couple of weeks, this will be filled with more STEM tools that we know that bring unique learning opportunities to students. So this is where we were at, where we started the meeting at. So the makerspace area. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's move out. Are you guys coming along? Yeah. All right. So behind us is the cafe and some other private work areas over here. We'll check out those. But one of the coolest spots, and again, in renovations, and we kind of taped out the wall where it's going. This is our large group meeting area. So behind us right now is where we can have large events. We can reconfigure the space. We always say Flux is the process state of change, the way kids are learning, the way teachers are teaching, the way work's being done is always changing, and the physical space of Flux can be changed as well. So things can be reconfigured. We can move stuff around, and a lot of cool mobile flexible furniture being set up. So again, this is not done yet, nowhere near where we want it. On the white walls over there, there's going to be at least one big LED wall screen, so we'll be able to do bigger talks, socially distant presentations whenever that can come, and different events and things like that. So student entrepreneurship nights and giving them the ability to speak in front of people, And this is the large group area, which we can reconfigure. We had a really cool esports event planned in March where we had a bunch of esports equipment set up and screens and everything over there. And of course, because of COVID, we had to cancel that, which really stunk. But we're excited to get back into that at some point, and are looking forward to more future events that we can have in Flux. So it's a pretty big, open, large group area with some room to fly drones.
Is there room for it? Do we have room in a day for
there's room for it.
So that would be my challenge to you.
Reconfiguring how we do it. You know my heart of the project-based learning, and this is how we get all of it done succinct in timely manners. Like project-based learning is how we get science and literacy and math all interwoven like we would in outside of school, right? We continue to have this conversation where as an adult, the only time I have math time is because I'm a teacher, right? I use math and ELA and all
I'm interrupting you now. You're getting interrupted. Sorry.
You're
getting interrupted.
That's all right.
Because Sherry's flying.
Yeah, that's
Sherry's flying.
So yeah, so Flux was originally an old woolen mill in Norristown. It was built about in 1925. About a year and a half ago, Corbett Inc. Renovated it and made it what it is today, which is pretty awesome.
Wait, you're so small. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. You're so scary. You can't touch me. You're Can you take off? Do I toss it or what? Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna name you Quirky.
So we got the other half. Here's some of our cafe area. So it's some seating here. And then we have a large kitchen cafe area, food prep area in the back, which is pretty cool. So there's some private work offices, all acoustically sound and secured. So yes, there's another shot above us. So over there we have brand new, beautiful bathrooms, innovative bathrooms. There's 5 of them. You can come check those out. That's something you're into. But here's the large cafe kitchen area. So we got a pretty cool top island. I might just show it this way so I'm not in it all the time, which is pretty cool. So yes, we got large group gatherings, meals. We actually have a partner interested in doing some cooking shows out of here, which is pretty cool. So, you know, with us and our resources, we're going to be able to rig it up and have different cameras focused on the island. And we got a lot of cool appliances, induction cooktop, things like that, which is pretty awesome. So this is the cafe area. A lot of seating around. We can get that going. And the really cool thing, this is, you know, going to be coming out soon, is we're going to update this outdoor courtyard. So there are some of the renderings that are right there. And that's going to go out there in that area. So again, you'll have to come by and check that out. But pretty cool renderings of what's going to go out there. So yeah, cafe area. And then we have another back door, front door, depending on if you're coming down the hill or up the hill, which is pretty cool. So we'll easily get things in and out. And then here's our cool vertical garden hydroponics kind of kit. So again, one of the many things we want to do here in Flux is try to find these unique products that bring cool learning opportunities to students. So this guy's called the Flex Farm. I'm going to turn the light on so it looks a lot cooler, but it's an indoor vertical garden. And we are on a couple grow cycles already. These guys are fairly new. But the idea is it's a vertical grow garden, self-contained, has a lot of cool curriculum and lessons and learning opportunities for students to explore and learn about hydroponics. So this one's pretty cool. So again, we're excited for their partnership, and again, just want to kind of keep filling Flux with forward-thinking products and different programs like the Fork Farms Flex Farm. So exciting stuff.
All right, we are recording. Hi, my name is Patrice Semachek. I work at the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit. A lot of what I do right now is I'm working with teachers and helping them navigate through STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Our new focus coming up is going to be the next gen science standards, or whatever Pennsylvania decides to do with those. Hopefully not mutilate them too much, because they're actually pretty great as they are. And I am here with Joseph Warwick. So Joseph, if you would like to tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Great. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I met some of your team a couple years ago at a STEM conference. I can't remember if it was Minecraft or some other STEM conference, but I think what opened up the conversation was my subject matter with drones. And so I've been back and forth speaking with Nefertari some about this. And I'm a full-time physics teacher, 31 years at Council Rock, coming to the end here. What a crazy time. And all during this time, I've really been experimenting with remotely operated aircraft, vehicles, remote control, everything. It was a hobby, and now it's turned into a profession. In 2019, I had a vision of starting a drone pilot network for professional pilots around the country. It was really more my partners, Daniel Herbert with SkyGear Solutions. I'm now the COO for SkyGear Solutions. He started a Facebook page years ago, Professional Drone Users Group, 14,000 strong or so. In working with Philly SWAT, there was a crisis situation where, you know, the drone would have been a great tool and inspired me to design. It's a size of a softball, opens up like a clamshell. You throw it through a window, breaks the window, goes in, pops open, and a micro drone comes out with a camera, and I can clear a house with a shooter in 2 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
that's a cool transition from teacher to industry. So in having these conversations and listening to you speak, the role that I have at the IU is one where I think you and I need to have more conversations off camera about how we can get this to teachers. So thinking about your passion and drive for drones, what value does incorporating drone education / use, what role does that have for K-12 teachers? Or what value does that add?
Okay, so again, my catchphrase is usually the drone is an amazing vehicle to excite kids to deliver it. If you bring a drone in the classroom, you have to manage it though. It can be a toy or it can be a tool. And unfortunately, as you know, with everything in STEM, there are a lot of posers out there.
There are a lot of toys, yeah.
And it just does no good. And the school drops a ton of money on it and has no value except distracting kids and so forth. So like everything, education is expensive and you need training. And the teacher, the only way it's all ever going to work is if that teacher is excited and willing to go home and do the work and learn about the equipment to make it, you know, worthwhile. And, you know, drone kits can be inexpensive. A while back too, I trademarked STEM drones and wrote a full-blown curriculum. And Hapro Horsham, Ben Salem, who else? They purchased my program, and every fifth grader in the school built my drone kit. And you know, it comes along. It's like I said, they have to go through all the different lectures and so forth with Newton's laws and everything else. It's just so rich with material, the drone, like I said. So the teacher can bring drones in the classroom, and then they're gaining more. There are more and more programs out there that are canning their curriculum, and there are some good ones, but some really bad ones as well.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to filter through that pretty well. And unfortunately, to filter through it, you have to have a lot of knowledge.
Right.
Everything looks like bells and whistles right away. But a couple highlights with that. First of all, when you're 16 years old, you can apply. If you fly a drone, you're either flying it recreationally or commercially.
Right.
And if you have to ask me, is this recreational? The answer is probably no. If you fly a drone and take a picture of a house and then hand it to your friend for free to post online to sell the house, that's commercial activity.
Right.
To do that, you need your commercial drone certificate. And by the way, if you're a drone pilot, you call yourself a remote pilot. You don't say I'm an FAA certified pilot. There's a big difference between the two. And just anyone saying they're an FAA certified pilot, they're a poser. So it's a they're remote pilots. That's
right.
You can go to any website and see that too. So what an incredible opportunity for kids to go after their FAA. It's called the Part 107 exam. There are, in fact, I have dozens of students who I've inspired to do that, where they can go online, and there's a guy named UAV coach, Alan Perlman. If you write a one-page essay and it's simple, he will give you his online curriculum to prepare for the test.
Oh, wow.
And as I say, I teach AP Physics, and my wonderful kids, when they go to their interviews at coffee shops with anything from a Princeton to a Johns Hopkins or whatever, and if they have on their resume a Part 107 FAA certificate, you want to talk about a showstopper for, conversations and so forth. It's a great thing to have on your resume. So to study for that test, everything is involved from STEM in there. Weather, forces, science, like it's just so rich with material.
Yeah.
So they could, a school can easily adapt a program in a science or STEM class where they're going after their 107 certificate, and then take it at the end of the school year or something like that. And that's kind of self-guided in some ways like that. The other thing too is there's a little drone called the Tello.
Yeah, we saw that inside.
And I'm telling you, there's no other drone out there like it. I used it to train 20 police officers recently. It's okay for indoor use, but what the trick is with that is that you can buy the drone by itself and use your phone to fly it, or you can buy the controller with it. The controller makes it a toy though, you gotta be careful. But if you use it with a phone or an iPad, you can start coding right away. And I've had 6-year-olds work on coding before. And anyone who says that they're not capable yet just hasn't tried.
Right,
They're
right.
called drone blocks, and you literally drag commands into a puzzle piece, and it fits it and say go, and the drone flies it. So, and then you can literally do Python in that as well. So, endless possibilities with something like that.
I just want to say this was an amazing day. I love to drone. If I can drone every day, I do that. And I love to teach and prepare the students for the Part 107 knowledge exam. So Joe, it was very nice to meet you. Patrice, to meet you. I'm sure that we're going to all huddle and engage and try to put this plan in action. And I'm just super excited. So thank you so much for the invite today.
Thanks for having me too.
Yeah, no, technology. But yeah, no, it's been great. I'm getting to know Joe and Cherie too, and Patrice. I know you, but it was good seeing you with everything going on. It was cool to connect, and we're excited to kind of get some more programs and things like that get going here at Flux. So it was great to have other people in the building and be able to walk around and start doing some of these, unique programs and opportunities that we know are going to bring kids and kind of, as I was saying before, Joe, is we try to really demystify what are these new innovative trends and really kind of make it simple and less scary for educators to kind of figure out what it is and where it can plug in. So, us kind of just showing even elementary school teachers, hey, here's a simple drone. Here's how you can teach coding through drones, make it into more of a challenge and things like that. So we're excited and appreciative of these guys coming out and hanging out and plugging what they're doing. And we couldn't be more excited about future programs and where this is all headed. So yeah, it's awesome. Looking forward to more collaboration. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Always win-win.
Yes.
This for me, it's extremely exciting to hear all the possibilities, and now Nefertari knows, and I'm sure Ryan, you know too, like my brain is just spinning a mile a minute about how we can get this up and running and what teachers can we pilot something with. Like I'm just like super excited about the idea of making these connections, and I want to we met with this group GLIST a few weeks ago that I'm just blown away. If you haven't heard of them, they're these young ladies started a club in their middle school, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And now they're just 19, 20, 21-year-olds that are running summer camps for kids. And the beautiful thing behind it is there are 8th graders teaching other 8th graders how to code. So these girls are empowering each other to become leaders in this field. And I think the cool thing about this, and I want to make the connection, is to Joe kept saying coding is where you start, coding is where you start, coding is where you start. If we can get this connection to coding through GLIST to start there, or even wherever we want to go, but connecting that group of girls to drones can start building us a really small army of amazing young women that can do this kind of stuff. So I'm super excited, and I'm so deeply appreciative of the opportunity to even just sit and listen to the brilliant minds that you guys have. Yeah, I'm just blown away with the awesomeness that's in this collective right now.
Patrice, we appreciate you coming out and representing the intermediate unit, so you can take this information back and let them know and show them the value within our STEM ecosystem right here in the greater Philadelphia region, what's here and how we can capitalize off of that during COVID or pandemic learning, this virtualized environment. So Joe, I'd like to start with the telos. So I want to engage you after this conversation on how we can acquire some of those actual drones, and then we can start running the pilot and the beta testing for the curriculum or the project-based and problem solving based project-based learning behind it.
Good. Absolutely. That's the quickest start possible, and you can be up and running in a day or two with that. In terms of, you can go to Amazon, or if you do look at Drone Blocks, the curriculum, that's the way to, I highly recommend doing that. And then you've got some talented teachers around you where once you see what they're doing, your mind's going to take off, and you're going to say, you know what, I can do better, or I can do this, or I have this idea. And I'm also dying to create, they have robotic competitions. I want to create a drone competition. But the problem with that is not just, it's problem solving, group work, teamwork. So it just isn't the best pilot winning the show. You know what I mean?
Yes, thank you. Yes. I'm on board. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so excited.
I've been thinking,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Years how to do it. Put a real problem at hand and then use the drone to solve the problem. And
Okay, so I'm going to be late to my next meeting because I want to share this with you. So I have this brainchild about I don't even know about an LMS.
I love that.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. You get me in trouble. Every time I leave, I have so much more work to do. Anyway, I have this brainchild of like a 2-week-long camp for middle schoolers and high schoolers. And I know, Joe, you have your own, but the idea here is like, I want to start the week off with drone safety. How are you safe using these, right? How can you build one? How can you program it? Where can you go? The second week, because my love, and never choose me like stop talking about project-based learning, but my love, and I really truly believe that project/problem-based learning is the way to get kids to really wrap their heads around being a human. So I think that for me, the first week of the camp would be, here's a drone, how do you use it? How are you responsible with it? Second week is, let's go and solve a problem. And my goal would be to get businesses around us to provide problems for the kids to solve. So the kids would solve these problems. The end of the week would be presentations on the solutions that they have created. And then what they would do was hopefully work with the businesses to be able to help continue solving that problem.
Done and done. Let's do it. So anybody that's watching
2021,
this,
who wants to help me? It's a small undertaking.
so anyone that
I'm already in.
Yeah, Sherry.
that has been invited to view this video, the invitation is extended to you to become part of this collective and part of this this ecosystem work. So thank you all today for joining us and sharing your work, your passion, and your expertise. Thanks so much.